Saturday, the 3rd of November, the day after Lewis Hamilton became the youngest ever Formula One world champion. First up and in pole position, she's back. It's Colleen Nolan. And she's firing on all cylinders this lunchtime. It's Linda Bellingham. The way she's been going lately, it's more like Formula Fun. For this one, it's Carol McGiffin. And making sure there are no unscheduled pit stops in the next hour, it's me, Jackie Brambles. And revved up and ready to go in the Loose Lounge this lunchtime, a lady who loves a bit of rough and tumble. She starred in the latest Indiana Jones flick. It's Karen Allen. And here to tell us why he's been going back in time recently, it's Matthew Kelly. Later on, as a group of pensioners are told to quieten down because they're disturbing other residents for talking too loudly, we'll be revealing if we're noisy natterers. But first, welcome back, Carl. Very nice to see you. Had a few days off last week, but it's
had a few days off, and I realised you didn't miss me at all.
No, I had a lovely sister here.
Yes, who you kept saying, you're so much nicer than Colleen.
She is. Oh. But we're going to be nice to you today because it's a bit special.
It is a special day for me. It's my wedding anniversary.
What is it? My first.
No, what's the first? It's paper or something, isn't it? The first one?
I hope so, because that's all I've left him.
Yeah.
Yes, it's my first year married.
And has it flown by?
No, it feels about 20 years, to be honest. No, it has. In some respects, it's flown by, and then other times, because we've been together 8 years, so it just feels, you know, it's lovely though. I miss him. He's not.
What do you think you're going to make a second though? Because you know Simon Cowell's single again.
Oh, I read that. No, well, I'm sorry, Simon. You had your chance. It's too late.
And you. So, Linda, what have we been up to for the weekend?
I went to see the Bond film.
Oh.
I did, but I was a bit disappointed. It's a bit like watching a PlayStation game. Well, I just wanted a bit more... something to react to, a bit more story, yes. And then, of course, my Yorkshire puddings were thrown into disarray on Sunday because of the Formula One race. I was whipping the, you know, your batter, the way you do. I had to keep running to the telly and going, hooray! And then there would be batter everywhere.
Well, I just managed to get our kids down to sleep, and it was taking a long time, and I got them down to sleep. My husband was downstairs, and he went, "You've got to come downstairs!" And it nearly woke the kids up, so I went downstairs. Yes, what is it? And he made me watch it, rewound it, watch it, rewound it, watch it, rewound it, watch it. Can you see him? Can you see him? Can you see him? It's like, hooray!
Was it good?
It was actually. It was very exciting.
No, I was in the pub. No, but you know what? I was in the pub and there was a big screen and there was a hell of a commotion going on. And I remember looking and thinking, what's going on? And then I remembered, actually, yeah, that Lewis Hamilton probably had won the championship. And then I sort of made out on the little screen when people moved away that there were lots of people with big bottles going like that.
Yeah. And you thought they mustn't drink and drive.
I have to say that there was 10 laps to go and I got the phone call that you dread from Kira going, can you come and pick me up now? She's at a friend's house. I drove like Lewis Hamilton to pick her up to get back in time to see him win. Oh, it was unbelievable. But also, on Friday, I went to the most bizarre but fantastic Halloween party at our lovely friend Nick and Paul. Yes, hello. And it was fabulous. Everybody dressed up. It was about 60.
What did you go as?
I went as myself, as a witch. Yeah, it was good. See, I've got friends. I don't need to be here.
No? How was your weekend, Linda?
No, it was good. I enjoyed it. In that stretch... Well, I worked on Saturday, but it goes very quickly when you've only got one day.
Where are we now in the massive world
We're going
tour?
to Canterbury today.
Oh, right.
It's very exciting.
Right, next time you complain about the train being packed, you might want to remember this image. This was taken in Pakistan as hundreds of pilgrims made their way back from a 3-day religious festival. Now, so how do we all cope in a crowd?
Do you know what? I love that picture so much. Because actually, I bet you that train is on time, unlike ours. And it's probably less crowded than the 6:30 from Manchester, isn't it?
Absolutely.
No, I mean...
Could you do that? No.
Get on that train?
No.
Pull the cord.
No. I don't... Well, you know, I'm not bad. I don't actually put myself in a situation where I will be in a big crowd of people, because it kind of scares me. I find it quite
You live
threatening.
half your life in airports.
Yes, I do, actually.
It's very crowded.
And that's one thing that I can't avoid. You know, that's like an occupational hazard. So, you know, I do get terrible airport rage, especially when I'm at Terminal 3 at Heathrow, because it is permanently packed with people with big trolleys with tons of luggage, and it drives me mad. Yes, I know, but you know, when you come out at arrivals, right, and there's this like lane like that, and it's quite narrow, and then people get to the end of it, and then they just stop.
Well, because they don't know where they're going, do they,
You know
poor
what? Well,
souls?
look, there's signs everywhere. It does my head in. No, I don't do crowds. It's one of the reasons I stopped going to football, actually. I used to go to football all the time. I used to be a season ticket holder at Spurs. I'm glad I'm not now. Well, they've won a game, I think, haven't they?
I'm completely neurotic.
But no, I stopped
agree.
going because of that. Too many people.
No, I can't do crowds. I'm completely neurotic. And Mr. Spain laughed at me when we were in Manchester a couple of weeks ago. I got off the plane and I knew there was a match coming up on the Tuesday. It was Celtic v Man U. This was on the Sunday night. So I said to the taxi driver going to the hotel, "What time do you think I should leave to get to the theatre? Will there be crowds?" And he went, "Well, yes, it'll be quite busy." And the next morning I said to the taxi driver, to another taxi driver, "Do you think it'll be busy? You know, will there be crowds?" So by the time it came to the day of the theatre, Michael got up. We got up about 6:30. He went, "You'll be off now then, will you?" To the match.
Hysterically
I am,
honest.
but I can't. I'll do any. I won't go on a trip. I don't mind a bus because I feel I can see fresh air and I can see daylight.
Yes.
Can't, that thing about tubes in the rush hour just does
Oh
my
no,
head
that's
in.
hideous.
people feeling
I don't mind sort of big
Yes,
crowds
well,
if it's open air, like an open air gig, or I used to go and watch the baseball in America sometimes. That was great. I like that, but I don't like being enclosed. And at the weekend, actually, we went over to Arran on the boat, and when it's time for you to go back to your car, about 5 minutes before they dock in the port, they call you downstairs, and usually you just walk downstairs into the car deck and straight into your car, but for whatever reason they were a bit late and we all walked downstairs and the doors were locked and you couldn't get onto the car deck, and we were first down there with the kids. We had a sort of baby each in our arms, and then just about 300 people up the stairs and over the balconies above us, and I just suddenly started going slight panic rising. I can't bear being enclosed.
No, I don't mind crowds at gigs now because I love the atmosphere and football matches and things. I like that. But I don't. When you're shopping, you know, when you go out to you go out and do your food shopping. Do you ever just want to run people over with the trolley? And it's always they stop and have a
they just
conversation in the middle.
Yeah, it's like the airport.
It's like a day out for them. Whereas for me, it's an hour's torture. I just want to go in, get it, and come out. And they're there. Oh, have you heard about her next door? Move your trolley, lady.
No, but actually, husbands on Sundays, you know, what did we ever do before Sundays? You know, they all go to the supermarket, and if you are working 6 days a week and you actually want to run around, and have you noticed husbands hang on to the trolley? They're sort of...
They're mesmerised.
Why don't you just go to the
Like
pub?
children.
Gliding around.
Horrible. But that thing about standing on trains, I'm embarrassed. I remember coming down from Leeds, and there was an American couple who'd obviously paid a lot of money for first-class tickets, and they had to stand all the way from Leeds.
Disgusting.
Really, and I'm apologising to them for the state of our trains. I just...
Oh, I'd get train
And then, of course, what's really annoying is they say, you complain, and then instead of getting your money back, you get another ticket. I don't want to go again.
Welcome back to Loose Women this Monday at lunchtime. Now, single parents with children over 7 years old will soon be made to attempt to find work or face losing up to 40% of their benefits. Currently, lone parents with children of 12 and over have to try and find work or potentially have their benefits cut. But next year, it will apply to parents of children over 10, and by 2010, it will be extended to include parents with children of 7 and over. The government says the aim is to reduce child poverty, but is forcing single parents back to work the right way to go?
In my opinion, when I first read about this, I thought, yes, that is a good idea.
Right.
Because, and I'm not saying all single parents are like this, but I have seen parents and read about parents who are on the poverty line but continue to have children because you get money for having children, you get benefits. And it's always, when you read about these people, it's always people that live on benefits that have 8, 9, 10 children, and you just kind of want to go, stop having kids, you know. So I do think that definitely something has to be done, and if that means cutting the money back to make parents go, well, it's not worth having the extra 12 children, we need to find a job, then it's, to me, it's worth
that's
it.
obviously not the majority. I know what you're saying. That's
It's
obviously
not
not
the majority, but it's the ones you read about in the paper, you know, when they say, oh, they got a free this, they had to move to a bigger 10-bedroom house because they've got 12 kids that we're all paying for. I do sit at home and get really, really annoyed. But at the same time, one of my best friends, who was a single parent, was desperate to go back to work, absolutely desperate. But if she went back to work, all her benefits stopped, and the money she could get at work didn't cover her
bills.
mortgage,